Hello, I'm the Arcane scientist, Dimitri, and here today we will talk about the great figure of Hermes Trismegistus, the Hermetic Principles. So, I'll share my understanding, my views of what I've heard about Hermes Trismegistus. This episode, we will be discussing the Hermetic Principles. We'll talk about the origin and some of the power and potential of these principles. So not be a deep dive into each principle individually, more of a translation on what they can be used for. I'm the Arcane scientist, Dimitri, and welcome to the Arcane Order. The Hermetic Principles are attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, or Hermes Thrice Great, have a deeper origin, that of Egypt, Thoth, the great Egyptian god, the messenger between God to humans, is attributed also to these principles. Whilst Hermes Trismegistus is from Greece, ancient Greece gods. So their representation of this vehicle, this translation device between God or gods and the humans. This is what we're talking about. So the Hermetic Principles come from something called the Emerald Tablets, which was discovered, although tried to be destroyed, was preserved through mechanisms and then translated and brought in to our modern society. These principles are an attempt to describe the pattern of reality. Certain things coexist together. Although nothing is known and can be named, there are general patterns and flows that exist within this multidimensional reality we live in. These general patterns and flows have been compiled and preserved through the Emerald Tablet and through these messages. So the stories of this is to share the magnitude of the amount of work that went into this piece of work, and the way you will be able to prove that to yourself, prove that to the society, is taking them on yourself as resonance of how this universe works. These will be your scientific tools to help you search through the multidimensional reality that we live in. One of the patterns that is talked about is as above, so below. And as below, so above. What this is describing is that this pattern we live in exhibits a fractal nature. There is a mechanism happening on a lower plane, which is happening on a above plane, which are connected. What this means in practice is that there are ways you can orient your lower plane, your inner being. When it's oriented, it will reflect on the outer being, on your group, on your society, on your immediate community. And then this principle can be applied again on the immediate community, can be brought in to the more larger societal community. And so this is something we'll work with. This is why right thought, intention setting, directing the energies of your inner world is where we start. Things happen fractally, so you work on both simultaneously. However, the larger amount of control you have is on your inner world. This principle helps add the recognition to that this work on your inner world is not only for yourself, it's for the outer world as well. Work on yourself. Understand yourself as where you are as a point. If you want to be searching through high dimensional space, you need to know where you are. so that you're pointing from where you are, not from where you're not. If you're pointing from 10 steps to the left, you're going to miss the target 10 steps to the left, even if you point in the right direction, because you're confused on where you are. So the importance on knowing of yourself and orienting yourself to right thought is what we do in this channel will influence the community and the globe. And our goal here is what? To make the world a nicer place, a better place, higher vibrations, these sorts of words. We do that by empowering the people. So I'll talk about one more of the Hermetic Principles, and the other ones we can look up and talk more on future episodes. So we can talk about everything vibrates. So this is a principle they say, everything vibrates. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at vibration. Vibration implies a fluctuation across some dimensions. So there's an up and a down and an up and a down and an up and a down. So this vibration, what this is saying is that there are these ups and downs. And it doesn't say some things vibrate. It says everything vibrates. So every single thing you can think of, every emotion, every person, every phone, every window, it all vibrates. So there's something you feel into, because through the vibrations, there's a middle point, there's a direction of how the slope's going, and there's times when you're at the up and the bottom of the vibration. And so, since this is a fundamental part of reality, when we do meditative practice, work with the energies inside of us, this is something that we recognize because it will always exist. You may feel like you're going down, and you are going down because it's a vibration. And so you will go up again. So there will be more, taking a view of the average of your vibration can be a more scientific approach. This is what we do with models. Instead of always worried about where we are on the small curve in the stock market, we look at the larger trends, because we know it's going to go up and down. We know it's going to go up and down. We know everything is going to go up and down. And I'm going to add one more principle in here to share, is not only does it vibrate, but it leads towards ascension, towards better vibration. This is a principle in the Emerald Tablets, in the translation from the gods to the humans, saying the same thing. That Christians say, that lots of religions say, God is leading us to a better place. We're heading somewhere better. So what it's describing is we vibrate, and that vibration is going up. We will discuss what up means. Important that the energies are looked at in the right way. But it's going up, we'll say. So don't worry. If you feel like you're going down, you will head up again. It is a low vibration going down that will come up again. And these are techniques to keep the shocks from going too low, to adapt yourself from stay high, and to continue to empower the people around you. Stay tuned. Much love. I'm Dimitri, the Arcane Scientist. Welcome to the Arcane Order. Give me a comment if there's something you'd like to discuss. I have many things I can share. Until next time.